Back at the studio, they told me I'm going to tropical island. What I didn't realize is I was going to meet characters that are really strange. So here I am in sunny London, and yes, I'm in Tropical Island. It's a family musical full of fun, salsa, fruit by the dozen, and yes, it's the latest musical extravaganza to hit London. Now we're talking to Terry Jervis, who started this whole project going. Terry, tell me a little bit about what actually started this for you. What gave you the idea of having fruit dancing?
What gave me the idea for Tropical Island was that I was working on a documentary series for the BBC, and I was traveling through Latin America and then the Caribbean, looking at ancient ruins and the history. But wherever I went, I saw young kids playing with fruit and vegetation, and their playground was essentially the rainforest, or the beach, or things that in our world kids don't get to see that often, or they're literally glued to a television or a PlayStation or an Xbox or something like that. So this was an idea of also creating safe place, family fun, and even to the point where it brings a family together, as you can see, in a jovial way with the characters, and music. Music is a strong part of Tropical Island.
So do you think there should be more family shows in the West End now?
I think there are family shows in the West End, like Lion King, Aladdin and Matilda, but it's the price range of those shows for your average family. Going into the West End is expensive, but you do get spectacular shows. Well, what we've done with Tropical Island, we've managed to do it at a price point where an entire family, of 4, can go for £40, which is unheard of in the West End. And we're using that as an introductory way of getting people, one, into the West End to experience West End theatre, and meet the characters and have fun, meet the dancers, because they're all an integral part of the Tropical Island experience, and it's an interactive show, so you can sing along in a way that you can't normally in a normal West End show.
It's still, it's an interesting thought, but still, where did you get dancing fruit from?
Well, I think it's a stretch of the imagination, but the thing is, they're bright, they're colourful, they promote healthy eating, they promote fitness. When I think of fruit, I think they're sweet, and don't they look sweet to you? I mean, there's sour grape, who needs a bit of work on, and there's, one of his cohorts are missing. Bad apple is missing, but he becomes a good apple in the end, but I won't tell you all the story.
So, in the future, is this something that you want to progress? Is it a chance to turn this into a TV series as well, or a movie?
Tropical Island was already a TV series. In fact, the first series we made with the Henson puppet team. And they were puppets, and the Prime Minister of St. Lucia at the time allowed us to film in St. Lucia, and in terms of our give back, I put in water and electricity into villages that didn't have water and electricity. So Tropical Island is probably the biggest show you've never heard of, but it supplied water and electricity, and I always remember when one little village was electrified in the sense that they got light, and a young girl came up and she was thanking us for giving her access to the internet and not being able to study by candlelight for a limited time at night, or walk with a gallon of water on her head. And I think that's the power of this creation, is I didn't do it as a commercial exercise, I did it as a holistic one, because I've had success and fortune in other areas, and it was my way of giving back and my family's way of giving back. So, whilst I want people to have a good time and enjoy themselves, the commercial aspect of it is much wider reaching than just a West End theatre. There are books, there are pencils, there's electricity, there's water pipes, that all of this pays for somewhere in the world.
So, first of all, where can we see this?
You can see it at the Regent Hall Theatre in Oxford Street, literally 1 minute's walk from Oxford Circus, or 5 minutes from Bond Street, and it's in the Salvation Army building, so it's got high-tech screens and great acoustics and sound, so you're going to get the full experience.
And is there a website as well that people can look at?
Yes, you can visit www.tropicalisland, all one word, .co.uk. So that's www.tropicalisland.co.uk.
Terry, I think you've got a fantastic idea here. It's full of fruit, it's full of energy, and it's like yourself.
But remember, it's not about me, it's about them.
Right, I want you guys to come back here. I want you to be turn around. Firstly, we're going to do yours. I need to work with you in the suit. Come on then.
So, Stephen Jervis, you are the stage manager for this event. What is it like to work with Dancing Fruit?
It's amazing, actually, to be fair. It's fun, it's great, families love it, children love it. I enjoy watching it, and I've seen it many of times, but I never get bored. It's great.
Now, you're teaching characters to become fruit. How on earth do you manage to do that?
With great skill. It's not really. No, it's fun. Everything's quite big movements. It's easy to do. It's for children. It's light-hearted. So no, it's not hard at all. And we work with a great bunch of guys.
And do you find sometimes they trip up a bit? Do you have to be very careful?
Yeah, there can be mango juice everywhere sometimes. It can happen. But no, on the whole, it's great. It's fun.
So is this your first experience in theatre?
No, it's not my first experience.
So what have you done before? Is this one of the highlights of your career so far?
It's the highlight of my career, yes. It's Tropical Island. What more can anyone ask for? It's great.
So what type of things have you done before?
I have done stage shows, broadwalk type of things, reality, you name it, we do it. So it's
I can see that.
yeah, we do dance.
So what is the hardest thing about teaching someone the character?
It's just getting them to understand the theme of the show, the personalities of the characters, and getting them to translate that to the audience. I would say that's the most challenging part.
Do you find it's hard to find people to actually create the characters?
Not at all. There's always abundance of people that were willing and able and want to do the job. It's just translating that in a suit to the audience.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and it's been an experience this afternoon.
Thank you.
Hello, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Vanessa Relte. I'm the founder and director of Omnita Studios, and we're based in Turnpike Lane, Wood Green.
So, what is it like to have Dancing Fruit in your studio for a change?
Well, I have to say it's rather uplifting. It's a nice break from the mundane admin that we often do. So I think it is a myth that if you are a dancer and in a dance studio, you just dance all day. So it is a really welcome and refreshing break to see these very creative and colourful characters bopping around in the studio.
Have you seen any strange looks as they're coming through the doorway in their costumes?
I think actually our waiting students rather enjoy the sights and bop along to the music because they're waiting to come in for the next class. But yes, we have had some looks and enthusiasm from those in the building.
You look very fit yourself. I mean, are you on the fruit experience yourself as well?
Well, yeah, I think as a dancer, it is important to eat well. So that does include fruit, vegetables, lean meat, protein. But yes, I do love fruit. So I do get hungry when I look at them.
That's so kind of. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.